Let's go. Wow. What can I say that's already not been said? This is exciting. What we have here, as you all know, is Final Fantasy XVI Collector's Edition. I am the kind of person who wants to be as spoiler-free as possible, so for me, I have no real clear-cut idea what to expect with this. I obviously bought this on a love and passion for the Final Fantasy franchise, so I'm pretty excited to get in deep dive with this thing here and see what we got. So let's get to it. So right off the bat on the top here, what we got is what looks like the game, some sort of little card, and a steelbook. Obviously the game is included, which is maybe not so obvious in this day and age because more and more collector's editions are shipping without the actual game in them, which is incredibly disappointing for someone who's collecting, obviously. And here we have, wow. This is a steel book featuring the main and protagonist, Clive, from the video game, so that's pretty exciting. I'm really excited to see what happens with him and his story in this game. And him, as well as Ifrit, as he calls him, which, by the way, Square, you guys gotta get it together and decide whether it's Ifrit or Ifrit, because Final Fantasy 15 said one, this game is saying another. I really have no idea which one to call him. I grew up saying Ifrit since Final Fantasy 7 or whenever I was first introduced to him, so who knows what the actual pronunciation is? If anyone knows, feel free to inform me and let me know. So what we have within here is what they say are some wall banners. Let's take a look at that. Alright, so I'm assuming there's different houses within this game, a la Game of Thrones, as they've said in the previous interviews and such, that there's some relation or inspiration that comes from that. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. And here we have the big box. Now I'm hoping this impresses, coming off last collectors I bought from Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy VII Remake, which came with that wicked awesome statue of Cloud on his Daytona motorcycle. So pretty pumped to see what's in store here. The box looks really, really cool. It looks like, I honestly have no idea who that is on the front. I'm assuming it's Ifrit or Ifrit. And then we've got, see, I don't even know what's going on in the game in terms of the summons. I know there's a big focus on the icons is what they refer them to, and I've only seen Phoenix and Ifrit based on the first promo trailer. I haven't really watched anything since then because I want this to be as much as a surprise for me as possible. When it comes to games that I'm really, really, really into, I tend to stay off the internet in every way possible so I can go into it as fresh as can be, because to me, there's nothing better than having everything be a surprise for you. While I know what's all somewhat included in here, everything is still a bit of a surprise for me because I haven't looked too hard into everything because I want it all to be a nice, fun experience because I'm still a child at heart. Wow, that's a beautiful box. Woo! Okay, So on the bottom here, there's a separate box. Ooh, that's cool. I love the character design of Clive. He looks excellent. I'm pretty excited to see what happens with him and how his story unfolds, and I like that Ifrit is his main dude. However, how all that is incorporated into the game, I have zero idea, but I'm so excited to see how that's all going to unfold. So in this box, there's no descriptions, so we're about to see what's inside. Move this over here so the other camera view can get a little bit of a better view on the off chance we want to use all that footage. So, in this box, we've got another box. Go figure. Okay, and I'm so careful when I open these things because I really love and cherish these collector's editions of video games. So what we have here is a cloth map, it looks like. I'm really hoping there's some sort of art book in here because the art of Final Fantasy concept art is always so beautiful. I think it's a digital version on this one though, so I'll have to check that out later. But this looks like what I'm assuming to be a world map. Very cool. I'm gonna lose myself in this like I did Final Fantasy 15. I know that was a kind of a divisive title when it released and still is, but for me it was a very engrossing story, and I was very invested in Noctis and his adventures with his friends and how they all went through everything together. By the end of it, I was just blown away by everything coming together, and I know it was incomplete upon release in terms of the story development. I haven't played it since release, but I'm really seeing some buzz online saying that this is one of the most powerful stories in the Final Fantasy universe, so I'm really excited to see how they one up that. And to my surprise, there's another, I was not expecting another steelbook to come with this. I remember reading online that there was, in fact, a steelbook that does come with the game. I think it's this one that's in here. And it looks like they've included two, one from another pre-order or digital edition or whatever it may be, but it's really cool to see a collector's edition actually come with the complete set of things, and it's not certain things are included with different versions. This is a definitive collector's edition. Like, this comes with every single thing, and I am so excited about Square pulling all the guns on this, because that's really awesome to have a complete collector's package. So I'm actually undecided on which steelbook I'm more a fan of. For some reason, I'm really drawn to this portrait of Clive, and oh, the inside of it has a awesome picture of Ifrit. I hope I don't get flamed in the comments for my pronunciation. I'll go back and forth to please everyone. And another cool pose of Ifrit inside. Very cool. Man, I'm running out of space here for all the goodies that's come included with this thing. Whew. Okay, we'll put that there. And there is a collection of awesome looking pins on here. I don't want to look too hard at them because they're going to give away all the different summons or icons or aeons or whatever they're referred to, but that's very cool to see. There's a few that stand out really clearly for me that I recognize from past entries, obviously. And I'm not going to delve too much into that because I don't want to spoil the surprise. My favorite has always been Ifrit or Bahamut, or Ifrit and Bahamut, or however those are handled, but I'm excited to see if both of them are actually included in this game. Oh, my excitement of all this, I totally completely forgot that there's supposed to be a statue as well. They really went all out with this collectors. I'm thoroughly impressed. We've got a little preview on the back here, what to expect. I think everyone who's been eyeing this up really has an idea of what to expect with this, and it's going to be a pretty awesome statue. I've collected many collector's editions in my day, and usually if you get a statue, I'm super excited about that, so I'm really hoping to see, you never know online from when you're seeing the pictures of what the quality will actually represent, but hoping that this one is a really nice statue, because as we know, it does include Ifrit in it, and I don't have any statues of him, but man, I'll be super excited if this turns out to be one of those definitive ones to own. So let's crack her open and see. There's probably more tape on here or what? Oh, mama. Okay, there is tape. Thought I was losing my mind here a bit. Shouldn't be that hard to crack open a little piece of plastic. So it's not just me. Okay. Round two. That is some pretty awesome detailed statue. I don't know what to say, because I don't know, sometimes you expect something a little cheap, but this is kind of that middle ground of cheap and high quality. There's a tremendous amount of detail on Phoenix's wings. Phoenix is actually the star of this statue. Like, Ifrit looks sweet, but he's nowhere near as radiant as Phoenix is, and this obviously is dictating that there's going to be some sort of battle between the two, hopefully, in the story. So that's really awesome to see this, and maybe it's a little bit of epic foreshadowing. And I have seen a little bit of information online regarding the stability of this. It seems quite stable, to be honest. Maybe a very slight wobble. I'd blame it on the craftsmanship of this wood slab here, but I don't think that's it. I think it's a lot sturdier than the internet made it out to be. So overall, I'm very pleased with this collector set. Wow. I'm super impressed. And yeah, so you can see here too on the statue, like, the plastic is quite pliable. It's not very rigid, but it doesn't give the feeling like it's going to snap and break or something if play with it. So a little bit of extra durability, which is nice, because expensive collector's sets, you're worried about them being fragile and scared for them. You want to make sure they're nice and protected, and this is one thing that I'd proudly display and not be as concerned, because it kind of meets that awesome middle ground of toy and high quality art. So that's amazing. I'm really excited to now pop the actual game in. Where did I put the game? Here. And get going and started to dive into this awesome adventure. I really hope it's going to be everything that I hope for it to be, and what the internet is kind of making it out to be lately. I've been as spoiler free as possible, as I've previously mentioned, but I hope to go into this thing and have an incredible experience, because Final Fantasy is just one of those game franchises that really, goes above and beyond and has a really deep-seated heart and soul that a lot of people don't connect with in RPGs this day. And so I'm hoping this is back to its roots, like the Super Nintendo and PS1 era, where you really get sucked in and feel like you are deep in a fantasy story that is captivating and exciting. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Happy gaming, everyone. Reversible box art looking sick.